What a game. The Indiana Fever snapped the New York Liberty's undefeated streak.
The word undeniable exists for a reason, and it applies to Caitlin Clark. She is just absolutely undeniable, and her return to the Indiana Fever showed it once again. It felt like a jolt of energy to the WNBA, obviously to the Indiana Fever.
The WNBA may have just made one of the biggest embarrassments in sports history. Right after Caitlin Clark returned from injury and torched the defending champion Liberty with a stunning 32-point performance, someone in the league office thought it was the perfect time to hand her an 11th drug test of the season. The internet didn't hold back. The reaction was instant, brutal, and downright hilarious. Now, the league is facing a massive wave of backlash they never saw coming. The real question everyone's asking is simple. Is the WNBA deliberately trying to sabotage its own biggest star, or are they just completely out of touch?
I'm gonna say it. Caitlin Clark is the best basketball player in the world. She's the best basketball player that I have ever seen. She is the difference maker. She is the needle mover. She is the face of basketball right now. It's really hard not to recognize the difference that she makes on the Indiana Fever, a team that was obviously struggling with playmaking, struggling with pacing, struggling with the things that make us want to watch. And she steps into that court, and in the first quarter, she made...
Let's break this down, because the facts sound so ridiculous, they almost seem made up. Caitlin Clark came back after missing 5 games, dropped 32 points on the defending champions, snapped New York's undefeated streak, and led her team to one of the biggest wins of the season. Her reward? A random drug test. Reports confirm it was her 11th of the year. To put that in perspective, the average WNBA player gets tested maybe 3 times during the regular season, for if they're unlucky. Clark's number? Way beyond normal, and it's not adding up.
And Cunningham is down behind the play, but they've got Caitlin Clark to fire away from 2 players with incredible
Apparently, someone at WNBA headquarters looked at Clark's stat line and thought, hold up, 32 points after missing 5 games? That can't be natural. Because clearly hard work, elite skill, and insane basketball IQ couldn't possibly explain her success. It had to be something else, right? Social media didn't waste a second tearing the league apart. One fan joked she tested positive for GOAT DNA, and honestly, that might be the most accurate statement ever made. Another said they should test Scott Foster next, which might be the most logical idea to ever come out of WNBA Twitter this year. The funniest reaction came from a fan who said they should have skipped the drug test and gone straight for a DNA test to confirm if Caitlin Clark is even human. And honestly, it's a fair point. What she did didn't look real. 3 straight 3-pointers in just 38 seconds? That's not normal. That's video game mode activated. The timing of the test couldn't be worse. Clark returns after a 5-game absence, faces the best team in the league, and instantly reminds the world why she's the face of women's basketball. Her comeback wasn't just impressive, it was legendary. The Fever hit a franchise record of 17 3-pointers, and Clark played like she never missed a day. Instead of celebrating that historic night, the league decided to treat her like a suspect. Officially, drug testing is random, but 11 times in one season doesn't sound random. It sounds targeted. Most players barely reach 4 tests. Clark? She's apparently on the premium plan. 1 test per breakout game.
Keep it down! Yeah! Good job. No, we can.
Whew, good job. Squad needed it. Played Fever way. I love it. More of them.
Now, let's talk about the game itself. Because Caitlin Clark's performance against the Liberty was so dominant, it actually triggered a test. She came out firing, draining 3 logo-range threes in the opening minutes. Breanna Stewart tried giving her space, and Clark still punished her from deep. That's not luck. That's pure confidence and mastery. What made the performance even more special wasn't just her scoring. It was her command of the floor. She dictated the pace, created open looks for teammates, and made the defending champs look lost in their own arena. Watching the footage, it's clear that wasn't luck. It was preparation meeting perfection. Instead of applauding it, someone decided it needed investigation. Fans immediately called it out, one even saying, the WNBA just can't handle having a player this good. And that's exactly it. The league doesn't seem to know what to do with true superstar talent. Another fan joked that Clark's been tested more times than Angel rescores in a week. And while it's savage, it's true. Social media roasted the league nonstop with jokes like she made 12 assists, must be steroids, or hit another logo 3, call the lab. The message was clear. The WNBA has created a ridiculous standard where excellence equals suspicion.
Congrats on your great performance.
Thanks.
Just want to let you know you have a huge fan base in Hong Kong.
Oh, I appreciate that.
And
hopefully I'll get there one day.
And today, there are 5 Hong Kong fans fly from Hong Kong to
No way! Oh my gosh!
And the hour is 22 hours.
No way! Oh my goodness! Well, I wish I could have met them.
I just want to say this, including me.
If you know them, tell them thank you for coming. That's incredible.
Yeah. So any plans you will visit Hong Kong with your teams in the future years?
Yeah, maybe we'll head to Hong Kong after the season. I mean, I certainly hope to go to Hong Kong one day. It's incredible to see the type of reach that we can have and how much people love basketball across the globe. So that's really cool. So if you know them, tell them I say hello and thanks for coming as well.
Yeah, thank you. Hope one day to show you around.
Yeah, absolutely.
What makes this situation even more absurd is that Caitlin Clark's dominance isn't some sudden miracle that warrants suspicion. She's been performing at this level for years. The deep three-pointers, no-look assists, and almost otherworldly court vision. That's just standard Caitlin Clark basketball. Anyone who's watched her since her college days knows this is exactly what she's capable of when healthy. The WNBA's decision to test her after this game suggests the league either doesn't truly understand its biggest star or refuses to accept that she's naturally this good. Either way, it makes the league's leadership seem completely disconnected from what genuine elite talent looks like. What happened against the Liberty wasn't an exception. It was Clark returning to form after her injury. Her impact completely changes the Fever's rhythm. The offense becomes smoother, her teammates get open looks, and suddenly they're competing evenly with the defending champions. Meanwhile, social media exploded with ridicule, claiming the WNBA was sabotaging its own success. When your top player puts on a show that deserves to be celebrated league-wide and your reaction is to drug test her, it's clear you've lost the sense of how to manage a professional sports brand. The comparisons to other leagues say everything. When Steph Curry drains 9 threes, the NBA doesn't test him, they promote him. When an NFL quarterback throws for 400 yards, the league celebrates. Yet in the WNBA, greatness is met with suspicion. One brutal fan comment summed it up best. Clark's been tested more times than she's been promoted. That perfectly highlights the league's identity crisis. They finally have a generational talent commanding global attention. And instead of embracing her, they're questioning her authenticity. The timing makes it even worse. Clark's return was must-watch television. Fans tuned in to see how she'd perform post-injury, and she surpassed all expectations, creating viral moments that brought much-needed positivity to the league. And what happens next? Another drug test. Officially, it's called random, but when the same player keeps getting chosen, especially after dominant performances, it stops feeling random and starts looking like targeted harassment. The irony is that Clark's success should be the WNBA's biggest marketing weapon. She boosts ratings, ticket sales, and merchandise while bringing unprecedented mainstream attention. Yet instead of building their promotion around her, it feels like they're building their testing schedule around her games. Fans have made it clear how terrible this looks. Jokes about testing your best player get more engagement than her actual highlights. Social media roasted the league, suggesting maybe other players should be tested just to figure out why they can't perform like her. The ridicule has been relentless. One fan even joked Clark's tested more often than some players touch the court. This is a complete leadership failure. A smart organization supports and protects its transformative player, not questions her integrity. These repeated tests send the wrong signal to fans and future athletes, hurting the league's reputation and making it appear unprofessional. Instead of celebrating its brightest star, the WNBA is undermining her, a mistake no major sports league should ever make. Fans have been vocal and critical, viewing this as a symptom of deeper issues within the league's management. When your audience mocks your choices, it's proof that you've lost touch with your fan base. Worse yet, it makes the WNBA look amateurish compared to other top leagues. Every successful sports organization knows that star performances drive excitement, ratings, and revenue. They don't investigate them, they elevate them. The WNBA's behavior shows either ignorance or denial of that basic truth. Looking through fan reactions, it's clear people see this as part of a larger problem with how the league treats its top talent. The drug testing now symbolizes mismanagement at the highest level. Even casual viewers can see how bad it looks, turning what should have been a proud moment into a PR disaster. Statistically, the situation is indefensible. Clark has reportedly been tested 11 times this season, while most players only 3, nearly 4 times the average. Calling that random insults everyone's intelligence. The game that triggered the latest test makes it even worse. Clark returned from injury and played brilliantly. Elite shooting, perfect timing, total control. Instead of celebrating her excellence, the league questioned it. Adding to the embarrassment, she had just recovered from a quad strain after 5 games off, following strict medical guidance. Accusing her of cheating insults her dedication and the professionals who helped her heal. Social media has since gone from disbelief to open mockery. People joke about her performance enhancers being court vision vitamins or illegal doses of talent. The message is clear. The league looks foolish for doubting her. Comparing her to other players makes it worse. Clark is punished for being great, while mediocrity gets a free pass. That's not how a professional league should operate. Internationally, it's humiliating. Fans fly in from Hong Kong just to watch her play, only to read headlines about repeated drug tests for being too good. The timing couldn't be more tragic. Her comeback should have been the biggest good news story of the week, but instead it's a scandal about testing policies. They've turned their best moment into a PR nightmare. This sets a dangerous precedent if playing exceptionally well earns suspicion. What message does that send to young athletes? Work hard, be great, but not too great, or you'll be treated like a criminal. That discourages excellence instead of inspiring it. Fans aren't just watching Clark, they're emotionally invested in her journey. They buy her merch, fill arenas, and make her games trend. When the league treats her like a suspect for doing her job too well, it feels like a betrayal. Imagine being her coach. Every dominant game ends in another test, draining morale and focus. It's bad for the player, team, and league. From a business view, it's madness. Clark is their top draw. She drives profit and publicity. Yet, instead of capitalizing on that, they're scrutinizing her success. Even journalists who normally stay neutral are calling the league out for its pettiness, which means the WNBA has lost control of its own narrative. The players' union should be livid. If this can happen to Clark, it can happen to anyone. It sets a dangerous standard that undermines respect for every player. Historically, women's sports have fought for legitimacy. Now that the WNBA finally has a star capable of lifting the sport globally, they're questioning her authenticity. That's not just unfair, it's self-destructive. The argument of competitive balance doesn't hold up either. If Clark were cheating, rivals would demand action, yet they praise her skill. Fans have now rallied behind her, turning it into a battle between supporters and tone-deaf officials. The league has shifted attention from basketball to drug tests, turning its brightest icon into a controversy. This entire episode defines the WNBA's struggle with success. They crave fame and growth, but when it finally arrives, they respond with suspicion. They've turned a golden opportunity into a PR catastrophe when greatness is punished instead of celebrated. It's clear the people in charge have completely lost their way. So, what do you think? Should the WNBA apologize to Caitlin Clark? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more unbelievable sports drama that practically writes itself.